Hey there, Dad Argrave from Marketing for Hippies, just here down at the beach on it's kind of by Dallas Road and Cook Street in Victoria. And today's video is about the greased slide and the off-ramps. So during a call in my membership program today, I was talking about copywriting and how one of the analogies that I heard years ago was best copywriting is a kind of like when somebody starts your sales letters, like a greased slide. They get on and zoop, they're at the bottom. Somebody in the call said, well, I'm sure you didn't mean it this way, but of course that can be very manipulative of, you know, a selling process that's seductive or hypnotic in a way that is manipulative, you know, and people buy something that they really shouldn't have bought in the first place. And I said, wow, thanks for catching it, giving me the chance to clarify, because here's what I mean. Because he said maybe there could be off-ramps on the slide. I said, yeah, it's exactly that. When I say grease slide, I mean that your ideal client, not anyone, your ideal client would get on that slide and zip all the way to the bottom. No interruption in the rhythm or the flow. Be really easy for them. But this is all based on the understanding, on the premise that there is such a thing as as an ideal client. There is such thing as an ideal client. There is somebody out there, a type of person that is just perfect for your work. That's the premise. That's the understanding. So if you understand that and you're writing to that person, then for that person, real easy. But what you're also designing it for is to have enough off-ramps that people would barely get any distance down the slide before they're off. And the biggest off-ramps right at the top. You know, that's what the headline is for. People think the headline is to convince people to keep reading. No. The purpose of the headline is to eliminate almost everybody. Anyone who's not struggling with that problem, not wanting that result, not wanting to buy what you're selling is eliminated. That's the purpose of the headline. It's not seductive, it's eliminative. And of course, very compelling if somebody is looking for that thing. And then, you know, further down, you say some other things that filter. So primarily, a sales letter it's a filtering mechanism. And there's another off-ramp on that slide. And people take it. That's what my Are You Sure pages are about. Some of you are probably familiar with my practice of often having an Are You Sure page to, when they click the purchase button, instead of taking them to PayPal, it takes them to a page where there's a video from me saying, are you sure about this? Because you probably didn't read the whole sales letter, and here's some things you skipped that might actually be important. Yeah. So that's another off-ramp. Are you sure you want to go all the way to the bottom of this slide? Are you sure that's the destination you want to go to? But it can be done in an artful, skillful way where it's a minimum of interruption of the flow, and yet there's a very clear, smooth off-ramp. I remember driving in Scotland from Inverness down to Edinburgh, and of course I'm on the different side of the road, on a different side of the car, and probably I just wasn't reading the signs right, but the experience I had was that all of a sudden I saw a sign for the turnoff, and I was going, I don't know, 70 miles an hour or something. I was going fast, and I made that turn, and you know, barely kept my car on the road. It was that sort of feeling. I'm sure it wasn't that bad in reality, but it really felt frightening. And we don't want that kind of jarring feeling of abrupt necessarily. We just want to, you know, they read it and they say, oh, this isn't for me. And off they go somewhere else. Great, wonderful. So a sales letter, yes, it's like a grease slide, but with off-ramps. Artfully, elegantly designed in so that only your ideal clients get to the end of that sales letter. Only they click the purchase now button. If all's going well, we do that. And of course, sometimes people don't read the whole sales letter because they're kind of long, so then you can have the Are You Sure page as a kind of, whoa, stop. Before you finish this ride, you know, read this first. So, something that came up in the membership call. By the way, I'm opening up spaces early June at some point for the membership again. We're just reimagining what it's going to look like for the new members. I've got some ideas I'm pretty excited about. So look forward to that. Man, it's such a beautiful night out. Look at that. And the sunset. Oh man. That's all right. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, just click the little red button and the bell icon. Marketingforhippies.com. You can join my email list. I think I got a pretty good email newsletter. My open rate has been going up. It was probably 11% a year ago, and now it's 16% for the last 30 days. So I think it's because the newsletters are getting better. So it's a good time to join. You missed all the shitty stuff from the past. You didn't have to deal with that. You can join now. Of course, I'm on Facebook as well. Thank you also everyone who shares these videos. I'm very grateful. Really, well and truly. Thank you so much. See you around.